Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 70. You are watching the Me and My Dog and Some Yarn video podcast. And my name is Kim. I'm also known as Black Horse on Ravelry, and you can find me on Instagram as Black Horse Knitter. So, welcome to the podcast. Today is April 1st. It's 2016. So, happy April Fool's Day. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I just recovered from being sick with a bad cold, and I feel so much better. Definitely feel better. And so I'm very grateful for that. This weekend is the Dallas-Fort Worth Fiber Festival, and there was no way I wanted to miss that. So I'm very grateful for feeling better. I hope you guys, if you're going to be in the Dallas area this weekend, I hope that you will go out and check out the Fiber Festival. I think it's number 11, but this will be my third year to attend, and it is always so much fun. I love seeing all the different vendors. They've got just a huge market, and most people are local, but there are some people that come from across the country to be vendors, and there's yarn, and there's stitch markers, and project bags, just all kinds of things, buttons, patterns, needles, spindles, sock blockers, just anything that you can think of that is fiber related, they have it there. And so I am excited. My mom will be going with me this year. And there will be a stitch marker swap, and I will be participating in that. I have made some stitch markers. Actually, they're stitch markers out of my shop that haven't sold yet. So I went ahead and put them on a stitch holder, and they're just the regular little stitch markers that are on a little hoop with a little bead. And so if you're there and you see me walking around, I have stitch markers to trade, and Mom has some too. I put some old stitch markers that I had made on this from Mom, and she'll be trading these, and I'll be trading the little circles, and then I will also have me and my dog and some yarn stitch markers with me. So if you would like one of those, just stop and say hello and ask for one. I will have them with me. And of course I will be doing the stitch marker swap. It will be a podcaster meetup, and I will be there. I think it starts at 1 o'clock, and I'm super excited about that because there's people that I got to meet last year and the year before that will be there, and I'll get to say hello to them, and hopefully meet some new podcasters, and just knitters in general. I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. So if you're going, please stop and say hello. I would love to meet you and see what kind of yarn and goodies you have scored. So please stop and say hi. Since I've been sick, I didn't feel like knitting. You know you are sick when you can't sit up and knit. So I haven't got a whole lot to show you, but I'll go ahead and get busy into the knitting segment of the podcast. I started another sock blanket. Oh my goodness. I cannot stop making sock blankets. I don't know what my problem is. I think there needs to be some type of intervention for me here. This one is the mitered square, but I'm making it really small. I'm making little tiny squares, and I know that I'm going to have a lot of threads to weave in, but you know what? I don't really care. I think it's cute, and I had so many scraps that weren't a full 5 ounces, and I thought, it would be really cute if I made a small one, and then that way I can use up those little scraps that I have that I don't want to get rid of. So that's what I'm doing. It's 31 stitches, and I think I'm using a 2.5 millimeter needle. And so that is one thing. And then, of course, I did get to work on my big one. Since you've seen it last, I have actually done quite a bit because I don't think I brought it into the knitting room last time. I filmed, so you haven't seen it in a while. I've got stitch markers on all the new squares. So you can see that I have done quite a bit, and then I ran out of stitch markers. These 4 right here are new as well, but I didn't have more stitch markers to put on there. So it is really turning out really cute. I absolutely love it. I think I might be close to being a fourth of the way done. This is just going to be a little throw for the couch, when you're watching TV or a movie or football game or whatever. And I can fold it now, so yay, it's getting to be somewhat of a blanket size. Blanket for a baby maybe, but I'm really excited about that. So that is on my needles. And what else? I've got a mess is what I've got. You should see my room. It's actually very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. I've got an ironing board over here and fabric. That's the yellow. The yellow is fabric hanging off of the ironing board. I've got a mess on my sewing machine table because I'm working on a special order and I'm working on a new product for the shop, and I'll show you that towards the end of the podcast. And then since I'm home early, Dottie has come into the room and she is down there. Can you see her? She's taking a little nap. She's such a sweet dog. I absolutely love her. But she likes to be in here with me when I podcast. When I'm home at all, she is always following me. She was outside actually for a good while earlier today. It has been raining off and on for about 3 days, and this afternoon is clear, and so she got to go outside and enjoy some nice weather. It's cool. It's actually cool here. It's like in the 60s, which is very nice. Okay, so the first project I want to show you is my sock blank socks, and the sock blank is from Gail's Art, and I think I showed you this last podcast. I had seen this on Instagram because Amelia showed it, and I just absolutely fell in love with it and had to go get a sock blank. I have never knit from a sock blank before, so this has been really fun to see how it turns out. And Gail sent instructions on how to knit from these. There's one way to knit. You either, if it unravels well on the selvage, which is your edge, then that is the correct way. So of course I did it the wrong way first and could tell it wasn't unraveling correctly, so I just pinned it with a big safety pin on one end and turned around and started going from the other direction. And of course it does pull out really nice this way. Okay, I say that and now it gets stuck. See how it unravels? It would not do that if you were pulling from the wrong end. It would get stuck right up here on the selvage. So I thought that was a really neat tip. So I learned something new. But anyways, here are my socks, and I am knitting these on. These are on my Knit Pro Zings, and I absolutely love them. I ordered them. I don't think you can really get them here in the US, but I ordered them from a shop in England, and they came, and I am just super excited about them. But this is my sock, and it's not true to color. This is actually purple. Oh, that is unfortunate. The color is not right at all. It's just a weird day outside. It's still very overcast, and so I don't have a lot of natural light coming in to the window. But this is like a purpley purple, like a plum purple, not blue like it's showing up. And then this is blue. There's some bright pink right through here, some beige, and then green right around the heel flap. That is really sad. That's more true to color, actually. A little better. Anyways, this is the Hermione's everyday sock. I don't know if I said that right. But it is top down, and it's a tutu rib. I did a German twisted cast on. It's got a Eye of Partridge heel, and I just absolutely love the pattern. It's really pretty. Even though the color, you can't really see the color very well, you can see the pattern. So that is one project, and that is in one of my project bags that I made for Easter, which I absolutely love. That's not showing up true to color either. It is a light blue with a purple bottom, and I think I still have one in my Etsy shop if y'all are interested. Then the other project I'm working on is a shawl, and the yarn is Anzula. And the yarn is very, very pretty. It's white with flecks of stellina, silver stellina. If you can see that. Maybe you can. But it is a pattern. The pattern is at Atalanta sideways, and that is a picture of the shawl, and it is coming along nicely. When you guys, I've only done like an inch maybe since you guys saw it last. The little stitch marker where I was during the last podcast, so you can see that I only got a few more rows into it. I've mainly been working on my sock, and I had a shawl that I wanted to finish before DFW, and I actually finished that. But this is really coming along. I like it. The crosses at the end are a little tricky, so it's something that I don't like to carry with me in my bag to go anywhere. I usually keep this project at home. So that is another thing. But I finished my Knit Me shawl. And I think it's hilarious because I'm wearing the exact same color of the shawl. Is that hilarious? I noticed it right before the podcast. I have not weaved in my ends. I actually need to do that. I meant to do that before I podcasted. But it is gorgeous. The yarn is by Heidi, Undead Yarn, and it is a sock base. I can't remember the name of the base, but it is The colorway is Medicated Pennywise, and I purchased it from Heidi at Stitches, Texas, last August or September. And it is really, really pretty. I can't wait to wear this. I'm wearing this Saturday, so if you guys are going to DFW, you will see it on me. I think I'm going to wear it with a gray shirt that I have. I think it's really pretty. The beads I bought at a bead store that I probably will never go back to. I think I told you about that last podcast. And I am so excited because my favorite bead store opens back up on Monday. So if I'm in the need for beads for any of my projects, I'm going to be going there. I cannot wait to see that lady and tell her I have missed her, and maybe buy a few things next weekend when I'm back in Houston. So this is gorgeous. I'll probably wear it how I normally do, which is I kind of wear it like a I don't want to say like a bib, but and you can't really tell because the shirt that I'm wearing is basically the same color. But I absolutely love this. It will definitely get a lot of wear. So, tomorrow I leave for DFW, so I need to get those ends sewn in tonight. Other than that, I'm ready. I've got my stitch markers, which are going to go in the bag right now. I've got scarves to donate from you guys. We had only 3 participants plus me, which is 4, but I don't really count. And between the 4 of us ladies, we had 8 scarves. 2 ladies completed 2, and then me and one other lady completed 1. And since there were only 3 of you, I'm thinking that everybody gets a prize. So I will announce the prizes when I get back because I didn't have time to put anything together. Plus, I kind of thought I might want to shop for you. So I'm going to shop at DFW Fiber Fest, and then I will email you ladies and let you know what you have won. I'll put the prizes in a hat or something written out, and then I'll just go in order of when you guys posted your picture in the thread, and then I'll draw a prize for you. So everybody wins. So that's exciting. I'll go ahead and show you the scarves. That's my main reason for podcasting today. I wanted to show you the beautiful scarves that you guys sent. First, this one is mine. I showed this before. I've got all of them labeled and ready to go. I can't remember the yarn that I knit this out of, and I can't really remember the pattern, but it is in my Ravelry. It's in my Ravelry projects, so go check that out if you're interested. It's just knits and pearls. It's a free pattern that I found on Ravelry, and nice and chunky. It was made out of bulky weight yarn, so it knit up really fast, and it took 2 skeins. So that's one. And then we have Kelly, who is from Richmond, Kentucky, and Kelly knitted this beautiful scarf. It's really pretty brown, and it's showing up pretty true to color. It looks like it's a ribbed scarf, not a shawl. And Kelly is Catknits 12. So Kelly, thank you so much for your scarf. I don't know why I keep saying shawl. Thank you so much for your scarf. I know someone is going to absolutely love it. And then Sandy, who is Stitched by Mimi, sent 2 scarves. she sent, and I loved it. In the thread, she posted a picture of her husband modeling the scarves. I thought that was hilarious. What a sweet husband to do that. I don't know that I could get my husband to do that. This is the first one, and I love this. The edging, open it up a little bit. The edging on the bottom is different. It's more of a rib, and then up here it's more like a, I don't know what you would call that, like a waffle stitch or something like that. It's more like little squares. Very, very pretty. It's a brown, and it's got little flecks of maybe red or orange, maybe a little bit of green, but mostly orange. I think it's fantastic. That is perfect for a man, I believe. And it's super soft too. So that was one. That was from Sandy, who is Stitched by Mimi. She's in California. And here is another. It's just a ribbed scarf, and it's got like a pearl, like a garter border on each side at the end. Very, very pretty. And this is like a neutral cream and beige color. It's fantastic. Someone is going to absolutely love that as well. And then Sandy was so sweet. She sent me some tea. Thank you, Sandy. She sent me tea, all kinds of tea. Cannot wait to try these. And then she sent me, at least I think that was from Sandy. I'm not sure. If I'm wrong, I'm very, very sorry. But I do know she sent me stitch markers, and I do know those are from Sandy. And they are so cute. I have to pull some out and show you. She wrote me later and said that she apologized for them being so long, and they are a little longer than normal, but I don't think they're bad. I think they would be perfect to use, like, to mark the beginning of your round, like if you're making a hat or a sweater. And they are just so beautiful. She sent me 3 of them. Here's another. Purple. And the beads are just gorgeous. I love beads. I have a thing for beads. I don't know what it is. But thank you, Sandy. That was very, very sweet of you. And I really appreciate you thinking of me and sending those along. They will get used. Whether you think they're long or not, I'm going to use them because they're gorgeous. So thank you very much. And then Valeria from the Netherlands sent in 2 scarves as well. And the first one is this beautiful scarf. It's a ribbed scarf. It looks like probably a bulky weight yarn or heavy worsted, and it's a 2-2 rib, and it's really pretty. It's like an avocado green with a tan and a bone color white, and it's variegated, and it's just beautiful. So thank you, Valeria, for this. I know someone's going to love that. And then she sent another one. She made 2. And this one is really pretty. It's wider, which is nice because they can wrap it, you know, around, and it'll be thicker around the neck, which is really neat. And it looks like a seed stitch, and it's just a brown, just a different color browns. It's really, really pretty. So thank you, Valeria, for that. And then she was so sweet. She included tea, and it's from the Netherlands. It's Dutch Pickwick, and I cannot wait to give it a try. I'm so excited about that. Thank you. And then she's so sweet. She sent a sweet little card, And then she sent notepads, and I guess you don't know this, but I use notepads all the time. I'm always writing something down. If I don't write it down, I forget it. So she sent me a little notepad. And with my work, I am on call 24/7. So I usually keep a little pad like this in my purse because it never fails. People will call me while I'm in the grocery store or driving down the street, and I'll have to pull over and take down their information on what job, who they're calling, who they are, who they're calling from, what kind of electrical problem they have. And so I always have something similar to this in my purse, and I go through them like crazy. So thank you very much for that. And then this is really neat. This is like little stickies. And you might not be able to see it because of the plastic on there. But they're little stickies, and I love these because one says to do, but the other ones are just blank. Sometimes I put those like to mark a place in a book, like a recipe or something that I want to make, and these right here are perfect for that. They're little strips. So thank you very much. That was very sweet of you to think of me and to send those along. I really appreciate it. So, I think that's it for the podcast part. I was bad. I did not bring a vintage book over here to show you. My brain is a little bit scattered right now. I've been thinking about getting to the grocery store and getting that done so I don't have to go this weekend because I'll be gone all day tomorrow. We'll be driving up early tomorrow morning and coming back late tomorrow night. So my Saturday is completely taken up. So I didn't want to go to the grocery store on Sunday. I wanted to go to church and be more of a relaxing day before I start my week over on Monday. So I went to the grocery store already. I went to 2 grocery stores. I had to run by the bank. I had to run by the post office. I also went to work this morning, but I got all my work done and was able to leave early, so that was nice. So my brain's a little scattered, which is nothing new, I guess. I haven't bought anything because I'm waiting for DFW. But I was in an estate sale the other day with my mom and my sister, and I found 4 old needles. And these are Chester needles, and I've seen Chester before. I have some in my collection, but I've never seen them in wood. And so that was really neat. They're both size US 11. But I thought that was really neat to add to my collection. So these are going to go over there in my box, in my collection. I just wanted to show you first. I never ever find old needles. They're very, very hard to find. I don't know what it is, but I love to collect them. I actually knit with them sometimes, depending on what the project is. So that was fun to find. Shop news. I will have some more bags coming out soon. I'm working on a special order for one of you actually, and that is halfway done. And I've decided to make needle holders. I've been thinking about making these for a long time, and I went ahead and made a prototype, and it's actually pretty darn cute. And this is my first one. I put a little tag over here, and that's my little logo, me and my dog and some yarn. But I don't think I'm going to use these. I've come up with something else. So my tag will be different. I'm keeping this one. This is the fabric that you see right there. I'm going to make some more. This one is for 6-inch knitting needles, or double pointed needles. And it has the 2 snaps. So it has 2 snaps, and the inside will match. Actually, for this one, the inside will match be the same fabric for inside and out. But in the future, some of them will have a different lining inside. Just going to depend what I have left over from the bags that I make. But I'm going to try in the future to have needle holders that match the bags. So if you're interested in a needle holder to match your bag, it will be available. This one is 6-inch, and I don't know. I like to knit on 6 inches, but some people like to knit on 8 inches. So I thought about making 8 inches and then having 2 snaps, well, 4 total, 2 on each side, in case you want to use the 8-inch needle holder for a 6-inch needle. But I'm really, really confused on what you guys want. So if you could comment on Ravelry or on YouTube, whichever way you're watching me, and put in the comment section, or if you're watching on Ravelry in the group thread that for episode 70, if you could put on there, what would you purchase if you were in need of something like this? Would you purchase a 6-inch, or would you purchase an 8-inch that had 4 snaps that you could use with 6 or 8-inch needles? So that would be very helpful for me. And I might make a few of these up. See how it goes. I don't know. I really, really like them. I like my first try of the pattern that I drew out. I like. So the only thing I'm changing is the label. And I've already made new labels, and they'll go sideways, and they'll actually say me and my dog and some yarn, and they will have the logo, but it'll all be sideways. So, and sewn in the seam. So, yay, I'm excited about these. Tell me what you think. Would you use one, and what size would you purchase if you were in need of something like this? So, I would appreciate your comments, because I'm totally confused, as I always am. So, I guess that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And if you're in Dallas, please don't forget to come say hi. And I guess I will see you maybe Sunday. If I come back and I'm rested enough, I might go ahead and show you my my new lovely items that I purchased. And I might go ahead and give out the prizes too for the Knit Your Bits Knit Along. And then during the podcast following, the regular next podcast, I'm going to try to come up with a new knit along because I like to have knit alongs going on at all times. And I have a few ideas in my head, and think about that a little bit more, and then I'll announce something next time. So thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you in a few days. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.